Okay, so a few videos from our boy here. Posture is terrible, but say anything else in addition to this, please. I know there's something wrong with my forehand, so please check, please. How can I improve? Why are you saying your posture is good. I like how your feet are always active. I like that. The slice could be a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, backhand is lean. You're leaning. You're changing how your back is down and up, down and up. I would take a look at your slice first. This is like the most obvious thing to fix. Like your swing is so much like frame by frame analysis. This is fantastic. What do you think what is more important for quality backhand, the arc or the light wrist? Light wrist for sure. Like the arc, you can control the wrist, no problem. You can see for the slice, this is too much. You don't need all of this. Even long push should be just in front. This is the motion that's like just here. You kind of swing it back. There's no backswing in short game. Short game, long push, doesn't matter. There's no, even though you fantastic like full work I see, and you were trying to, but like you see, your follow through is absolutely insane right here. But it's super long. It doesn't need to be as long. Okay, I see one thing for backhand. One thing for backhand that I see that we can fix right now is you see how when you bring down your racket, it stays kind of, your wrist stays locked in. Your wrist needs to be more loose specifically on the chops if you receive a long chop and you need wrist to pick it up. So your wrist, in a way, I have a used energy if you want. I have a used energy. So your racket is not stiff, going down, right here, right? So you basically, instead of just bringing it like stiff like this and going down, you bring your wrist down and then you flick it up. By the way, bro, on your forum on Coaching Corner, you listen to what rating are we, but don't say TT or CT or whatever. It's more so what you think you are. You intermediate. It doesn't mean that it's Canadian or USAT or USATT or some other rating. It's more so for you to assess yourself, and then I would know what kind of a level I'm working with. It's not like I don't need that specificity in a way. Just before we continue, if you want to work with me, there's always a form in the description and in the comments that you can click on, fill out, and basically let me know what your level is, and I can reach out with some more information of how we can get your coaching started today. Okay, back to the video. Yeah, thank you for everyone who submitted the form. That was very nice, and I'm really like, it's kind of giving me the idea of what kind of bigger community we're growing every day, which is fantastic. I'm really interested in like how can I help you, even what kind of help I can get you, and like what kind of things you'd be interested in. First ever TT streamer coach, awesome content. Thank you. Yeah, so wrist going down would be more priority in my opinion, like more of a wrist rotation. And I want to make a video on Darko. Darko's backhand is like, nobody can play like him, but also it's a good look at what backhand is in a way. So 3 things: not slicing with the full arm. We need to that shorter swing on the forehand. Wrist going down on the backhand. Again, showing you with rubber because my racket is in my bag right here, going down. And then the back, don't go up and down. It's you take your position, you stay the same way, your legs do the work. See, the legs almost don't change, where the legs need to be the force. I really need to get into female table tennis. I think I'm just neglecting it too much. I would love a wider stance. I like the load on the right foot, but then you see you kind of going back. You always go forward, always. No matter what happens, there's no leaning back. Like there will be a situation where your body naturally takes you, but you need to like break it as much as possible for yourself. So it's always leaning forward. The best way to lean yourself forward is to get on tiptoes or your feet. As soon as you're on tiptoes, your body kind of naturally just dips, and then yeah, your hand is like super tight, as you can see. It needs to be like, I see a lot of people like especially like beginner level people, or even like that already understand that how they want to improve, and like they have some sort of technique but still like working on it. Backhand is the forehand will usually just like up super close where it needs to be, and kind of go from there. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's I didn't expect to see you guys here. Thank you for coming in. I always see videos from the club and I'm like, oh my god, I want to play there so bad. because you have so many great players. I feel like Road to WTT in Westchester edition, that would be super sick. I wish it wasn't, your forehand wasn't as tight, because you go down really good. Like this part is like the best out of all the movement. The back needs to be a little bit, I see what you mean about the posture. The posture is the one that needs to be a little bit taller. So for the posture, the best way is use your, like, it needs to be straight. Also, like by doing like stretches and yogas, they also tell you that you don't curl your back at the top. The top is always straight, but it's the low back that kind of does all the lifting. So in table tennis, it's kind of the same. When I was a kid, I had the same struggle because my legs weren't strong enough. So I was like leaning with the back always. And then it was kind of, is my, like, people were like worried if I'm going to injure my back and stuff. So in this situation, just relax your shoulders. Shoulders kind of drop, but the back just kind of straight. Your low back is what brings you forward. You lean forward. You bring that thing from here. Don't squeeze it as much. Your wrist at the end is as relaxed as possible, and then you carry it forward. You don't carry it to like almost to your forehead. Your goal is to be on forehead level, but bring it forward so that it's here. Then from everything else, yeah, don't jump, because this is another mistake here. As you see, you start here, boom, your feet switched, but then you jumped and you changed position as well, which is no bueno. So you stay in the same place. This is better right here. It needs to be more stationary. Like your left foot does more of a heavy lifting here, or movement. It's one of those situations where a person just wants to do it so hard, like they just want to do it really well, and it's kind of messes up and they become really tight. I think like the biggest skill anyone can learn, basically learn how to play relaxed. That's why I posted my video on the backhand today, and there were a few people be like, "Oh, you play so relaxed." Yeah, that's like half the battle against yourself. You just need that. You just need to figure that out for yourself. Okay, then we posted some videos. We have Conrad. I really want to check out his videos. I see you all sharing vids. I hope you can share mine. Maybe you could guys give me a feedback. Can I really go pro? From introduction that I read from Conrad. Conrad, 34 years old, born in Poland, live in Norway. I have a great history with table tennis after 15 years without TT. Now I started my own channel with WTT Goal, and your videos come up. Super cool content. I would love to follow what you're doing. This is super nice. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Any tips for relaxing? I feel like I need to be consciously thinking about it. Otherwise, it's too tense. You know what helps me really well? Basically, before points, before you come in, is just it's kind of, you do this with your wrist. Like you need that loose grip almost. You still hold your racket, but it's a loose grip, and then you kind of do it like something like this. Basically, shake your hand a little bit. And it kind of makes you relax. You know how you stand up and you like shake your hand like this in between, but do it with your racket. Kind of relaxes your body a little bit, and because you do it before the point now then you kind of have that relaxed hand, so that when you accelerate you can squeeze a little bit, and it still kind of has that relaxed feel. That was what worked best for me. But comeback journey begins for Conrad Table Tennis. Let's see what our boy is doing here. Tip number one, your audio is on the left side of my ear. It doesn't sound too pleasant, okay? I like your cinematic approach to all this. Do I need to send a video to get tips? Yeah, it's in our Discord. Discord would be in the description to this live stream, so you can double check.
I got some speed.
So far so good.
Overall, I just feel like I'm a little bit too heavy.
Yeah,
especially
I would say that too. The one thing I can recommend as well, Conrad, if you're watching this, you're doing really good job here. But if you, as you can see, when you play from here, it's almost like I don't have the best forehand in the world. I still work on mine, but it kind of looks like it's hand first, where the best one, I feel like, when you start with pushing your right foot off. If you start with foot, kind of your right leg kind of accelerates you and your hand, and that's where you make contact with your arm after. I feel like that's like the best way to. It was a good level. Nice practice. All right, you look good, Conrad. I feel like for you it's more about just training, getting in shape, and like just little by little, just.
Sometimes I have to just work.
Just improving. Okay, motion is not bad.
It's a strong weapon. You see, like I have.
It's pretty good. That can be solved
maybe a
pretty easily.
stronger-
I see that you're trying to play like far from the table in a way. Try to step in a little bit, like play closer. Game from backhand nowadays is close to the table anyway. Like there is certain situation where you need to go back, but not. This is not the kind of bread and butter of your game. And then from there, I just want to show you
I
this.
can hit maybe 1, 2.
So because you're from a table, that's it's kind of okay. But if you get close, you can see your wrist is super bent already, and it's super close to your body, and it's even getting closer. So that's why you can mistime this thing a lot of the times, which will bring you a lot of inconsistency, and you can feel that inconsistency not only in missing, but sometimes the ball can fly towards middle. And you'll be like, I'm still playing and it feels good, but the ball is kind of drifting to middle. That would be the why. That would be because you're holding it super close to you, and then your wrist kind of bends in. Whereas that's why I'm talking about Harimoto, and why I'm impressed with his backhand so much, is because he figured out how to play with his backhand in front of him without just leveraging like a backswing. That's why he doesn't mistime them as much. And then I've seen some people saying, oh, but he only plays near the table, and like that's his, yeah, and nobody can goddamn beat him near the table, and he doesn't need to play far from the table. Like far from the table, then completely different technique in a way. Like Calderano would be a great technique to use far from the table. For Harimoto and his playstyle, the best thing for him is
A lot of things I can work on.
But I like how low you are. That's a very nice thing. Okay,
Understand?
don't lean as much back.
Weapon?
I see that you wanna.
That is my strongest weapon in match.
Yeah, if you
I
don't
win
lean
some-
back,
I win
just
a lot
go
of
a little
points
bit more forward.
on that one.
Just a little bit more. Bam.
Repetitions. There you go.
Damn, Conrad. Look at Conrad. Yeah, just not leaning. Yeah. You see, second one, your first one you pick up with longer swing. Second one needs just to be in front of you, just quick. Boom, and then quick. There's no need for backswing. There's no need for such a long swing on the backhand. Yeah, right here. That's it.
And not always I can manage that spin.
If you're trying
So
to
this is
counter,
different.
then it just needs to be, you need to close it as quick as possible without putting too much power. But even I do it myself. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be countering this. So it's a soft push. You never go strict with it. You need to, again, we talked about relaxing as much as possible. This is kind of, your wrist kind of becomes like a sponge in a way, where the ball hits, but you're still playing it. You're playing through the ball, but it's almost like your wrist kind of goes backwards, and it softens that ball so that it doesn't start jumping out any other way. Because if you're strict like that, the ball is gonna fly off the racket, which is gonna be super not. You're not gonna control it at all.
Bang.
Ooh, that was sick. Nice.
Now it's
Yeah, less of a backswing, and it's
I
good.
counter with
Don't lean
precision.
back too much.
I think
So
also this is a very strong thing.
I understand, like
in my play.
it's a lot like more so about body mechanics more so than movement and stuff. But if you can, your
You
legs
see,
are very
like, I
narrow
hit
when you play,
every
which is
single
okay.
ball.
But you're still kind of moving backwards a little bit, and then even though you make a shot
Well,
here,
Now it's
I'd be very careful
forehand.
with.
I think
with,
also this is a very strong.
I'll
thing
show you right here.
in my
Right here. Look at your legs here. Like your start position is good. As soon as you play, your left foot goes back. Even though you made a shot, that's something I would look out for, because that could bring you some mistakes in the future. Match practice, very important. I like it.
We end up with
That needs to be attacked though, Conrad. Come on now, bro.
again my legs position.
Like if it's a long ball, look at this long ball. Attack, bro. That needs to attack.
We end up with
See, you're just trying to go so hard.
Just too much.
Yeah.
So yes.
You see, and you say it yourself. You know what you're doing, Conrad. Conrad table tennis. And you know what I miss? I miss playing in Europe. I miss playing European tournaments and stuff. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say here is that Canada specifically, we'll see what you ask, but Canada specifically has this problem where there's not a lot of tournaments. If there are, they're kind of repetitive. Like what I loved about Ukrainian table tennis, and even you still like Bundesliga, for example, you would get teams, like big team leagues, with tournaments all over all throughout the year, like clubs playing against clubs, and I feel like that's very important to have like a league going, like MLTT in US, kinda, but it's too much of a Harlem Globetrotters type of thing. I feel like it's more entertainment purpose more than actual. It's not like Champions League in Europe or like Bundesliga. Even Ukraine had like Super League, and it was very competitive. 10 teams. We had 3 or 4 tours. Like one tour would be every team plays each other in like 4 days, 9 games or whatever. Travel for 4 days. Yeah, it's like NBA versus EuroLeague. In a way, it was really good. I feel like because I played in Super League and there's Super League, then it was like second league, then it was like the third league, and then it was a regional league where it's you enter basically from that level, and it's you play with everybody in your region to get to the third league, and it's like, bro, it's absolutely insane from that standpoint, where there's so much competition where you can play. And I understand that there's like you cannot do that in Canada, for example, because travel times, and it would get a lot, like really expensive. I feel like that's what Canadian table tennis specifically missing. US has a lot of tournaments, so I don't think US has that problem. But I feel like to have something like that in US where it's not whatever Portland Timbers or whatever it's called. It's actual Westchester Table Tennis Club, and that's the team of that club. And then they play against what's that club in Florida? Or they play against Houston Table Tennis Academy, or they play against San Antonio Table Tennis Club. They play against whatever. But yeah, I feel like that's what is missing. Since you're the backhand expert, I feel like I can either play very slow and high arc, because arc be backhand, like the third ball is on here. I just go directly through the ball straight forward with zero arc. I've got days where I hit kind of well, like on this vid, but on others, when doing exactly the same thing, I'm missing every single backhand. Sadly, in a video of a bad day, since I rarely record. Any tips for finding a safe middle ground on spin arc speed? Playing 3-4 years and around 1700 German TTR, by the way. So, as you guys said, 1700 TTR, that's like 2000 US. Okay. My guess it'll be you're here, right? Well, a little bit too much of like this swing beforehand, where it needs to be. I don't feel safe and end up playing whole table forehand on match days. If you don't feel safe, it's more so training that needs to be taken care of. I would work on. I don't know if it's gonna sound correct here. You kind of have this thing where you start here with this angle, and then when you finish, it's like this. So it kind of goes. I'm bringing racket next time. This is so stupid. But you start with the closed angle, and then by the end you kind of open it. Where I would look at how can you feel comfortable starting off open, and then closing it as you go. So you'd be like you would be here close, instead of you already going this way, and then you naturally would open it a little bit so that you lose that grip contact. So instead of you'd be closing it most of the time, if you know what I'm saying. I feel like there's a wasted motion here on the back end here. Like, look, you kind of, instead of setting up, you can see you bend the wrist this way, and and then you have to bring it down, and then, so it kind of looks like it's like a wasted motion in a way. Just open it and go. As you can see, right? You getting the angle, and then you naturally open it. It needs to go a little bit more forward, yeah. But for first ball, high arc is, when I teach someone, and you can ask Jesse if Jesse's here, I teach like, don't go, just give me a high arc for first ball. Second, third ball, go ahead, no arc. That's fine. But first ball, I would love to go to arc. Just go as much arc as you can on the first ball. Put it on the table first, and then continue after that. There's no middle ground between spin, arc, and speed. Would be you basically picking out the ball. So if it's down spin, then it's higher arc. If it's top spin, then it's more quick. If in that sense, more open directly to go forward. Gonna try to record one. Record and send it in. I'd really want to see the progress. But yeah, I feel like it needs to be just a little bit more open, so that your wrist motion. Play table tennis in Sweden, my ranking is 1000. Sometimes I feel like I can attack my back in an open play. Okay, last 3 videos, guys. Feel free to skip around because there's a lot of matches. I've been stuck at 1900 USATT. Would appreciate advice on game strategy. 33 minutes, Jesus. Getting cooked in table tennis US Open. Like from first 2 points, you let us know that you struggle with the receive, eh? I'll watch like a couple of minutes of this, but look at this. Fantastic backhand. You ripped it really well. I wish it was a little bit longer though. Like you see how you stop the racket in the middle? If you expand it, it'd be much better. And then forehand, see you lean back. Jump and lean back. If you're attacking, I feel like it's a lot more easier for you. But this would be a side spin all day. And you kind of, you treat it as a top spin. Step first. That's swing too early kind of shot. Look at this. You swung before you even got to the place. Get there first. Oh, anti-spin. I see this boy. Sean Yi. A little bit less jumpy on the forehand. And I feel like you're golden here. And then I think receive needs to be a lot better. Did you play anybody else that not anti-spin? Now, man, you really need to fix your receive, bro. Get in the gym, find somebody who serves everything and just receive. Like different receive. Like not even like same receives. Just same serve, different receive types. Because this brother just serving you side spin. And look, that needs to be more attacking. Oh my god, Mazen! Calgary representing, let's go. Yeah, man, forehand, backhand, nothing I can really say. Everything's looking really good. Let's go to middle games as you said. Playing Penhold in 2026 when forehand is really good, especially when you actually getting there with your feet. If you don't rush anywhere, your forehand is absolutely fantastic. That's a long serve, man. Pause. You wait. You delay the ball as much as you can and attack this. This is a long one all day. This is a long one. Like even I cannot keep it low. Like you need to attack this. That was good. Damn. I really want to play US Open, man, next year. Ooh! 2,500. Think I can beat him? Okay, for these type of situations. Where you attacking into his thing? Where's that goddamn point? Oh, good backhand. Feel like I missed. Yeah, this one. See, he blocked it because you played into his. Play middle. Play into elbow. That's like the best way. You played it perfectly into his backhand and he had time to block it. Play into elbow. National is in December. US Open's in December. Okay. I can't bring a road to WTT on the road, bro. That would be so sick. Look at how you're playing against Wilson Fisk. Receive is all about delaying the how much you wait for the ball, and then you just meet the angle of the same as the person serving. If they're going underneath the ball, you go underneath the ball. If they're going sideways, you go the same side. You're basically trying to meet it. As soon as you receive well, it's a different game, right? Like straight away. Get in the gym, get someone to serve for you, and don't receive it the same way. Make them serve 50 serves and receive it 50 different ways. And you're gonna figure out what kind of works for you. And then you would just, okay, so this is how I can receive side spin serves, and then you kind of go from there. I understand it's scary. Like when I was a kid, I struggled with it as well, only because I was just like, I wanted to play safe, but it needs to be a little bit more than safe. You need to be confident in what you can do against certain spins. What should I do to improve my position and looping? Around 1900 US ATT. TT Perfect Monster. Okay. Hello. How you doing? Of course. I'd love to see you if I ever go to the US Open. I'd love to see you. Okay, who are we talking about? Okay, I feel like this is the gentleman we're talking about here. Sasha here. Okay, welcome, Sasha. I like how your hand doesn't go down. I would love for you maybe to sit down a little bit lower on the forehand. Like right, use your right foot a little bit more. other than that, it's great. But positioning also comes down to you need to be. You're moving great here. Top of your feet, like tiptoes of your feet, helps to be all the time. That's where your stance comes from. You guys are good, man. What is this gym? Is that the San Francisco gym? Yeah, I see. It's the. If you can use this offhand a little bit to kind of offset, like to make it so that you turn around a little bit more. That would be perfect. Okay, Sasha, just leaning forward a little bit more, because you see you were kind of stand up right now. So leaning forward a little bit more would be my focus, and then because you lean forward, then you basically don't have to put your hand as high. Yeah, when the timing is perfect, really good. Even though, yeah, a little bit stiff here. If I were you, I would just, if I turn around, then I just let it fly. Like you don't stop it prematurely. As you can see, you kind of stop it. Just go through. Your body is your body is what brings it back. Also, a cool ass logo, like table tennis racket. Thanks for the live coaching, Vlad. So far, I have lean forward more, a little lower. Don't stop too early. Any more and more on toes. Yeah, basically be on the top of your toes a little bit more, because you're gonna be on top of your toes more. That's gonna fix your lean forward situation. That's like you'll naturally just lean a little bit forward more. And yeah, and just don't force the racket to stop. Just let it go. Let the momentum take care of you, and then your body is gonna naturally just bring it back. Don't forcibly stop. And then your forehand looks pretty good. Like there's different techniques and such, and you have this kind of European technique to it. But I'd love to visit that gym too. That looks like a sick gym. San Francisco just seems a little bit too expensive. Not gonna lie. Americans thousands sometimes feel like you can't take them. Boom. Okay, I like that. Okay, your backhand is a long swing. I like that. Your elbow. Just bring your shoulder a little bit lower so that this part of your racket is a little bit more in front. Yeah, you see, it's kind of the same, that it's closed and then open, closed and open. Where I'd love for it to be open and then you close it. You're gonna feel much more directness, and you're gonna lose that margin of error where you don't have the proper timing. CapCut, what's up? You're gonna have that margin of error where you just gonna have timing set up perfect. Am I gonna get blocked for using that music, or what's going on? If any of you would love to kind of do more personal, I guess, work with me, please fill out the form if that's something you'd be interested in. I'd highly appreciate it. There's a link in the description for that as well. Thank you so much for all the videos. We spent about an hour and a half on this live stream. That's basically it for today. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining. Love seeing you guys all on the stream. This is really fun. I'm looking forward to every Saturday where we can just sit down, talk, discuss table tennis, discuss different things and stuff. I'll come back with the video tomorrow. There also this week I'm probably gonna post a video of me boosting Zaire. That'd be fantastic. That'd be fun. I'm putting 09C on the forehand now. 09C Zaire 03 on the backhand. We'll see how that works in the tournament and how I like this setup. All right, thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good week. Enjoy your trainings. If you have tournaments, win them. And I see you. Next time. Which boost am I gonna use? I use this one. This is the boost I'm using. This is water-based boost. I like it. All right, later, guys. See ya.